like to share with us?
Sure can. I like to talk. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ramadan Mubarak, may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon you all. In recognition of our common humanity, a word that's been used considerably tonight. You know that I don't speak for less than 20 minutes in my talk, so they're giving me a minute and a half in a reflection of the theme, promoting human rights. I've been privileged to have served the student public in a number of roles right across the last 5-10 years, and both the state and the federal level. And it's always a quest in the things that I do focus about social cohesion, multiculturalism, racism, and human rights, which I've also been involved in, and finding, I suppose, answers to which we can embed and ground the sense of who we are, and giving us capacity to move forward as a strong multicultural community. And I don't think I have the answers, but I suspect there are a number of answers out there. We need to find that. And in my journey in this area, one of the things that I found to be true for me was this, that no matter how much we have in common and we strive for that, it's terribly important. It is the glue that helps to bring us together, bind us in tough times. Is that enough? I think not. For me, when we began to strip away all that we have in common, all that we share, it will come down. And even the Iftars that we spend together, as much as we love it, they will come that very essence when we will have our differences that some of us might find even impossible to bridge or reconcile. And that is the point for where we would derive the strength about our multiculturalism, what I call the crucible of difference. When you reduce the basic element, there is nothing to hold us except our differences. We cannot see eye to eye, we cannot see beyond the pain and differences. How do we manage that? I don't have the answers, but in that journey, I think we discovered that there are pillars, things that we can do to help us out. I think this liberal democratic framework is one of the things that you talked about, Hugh, and it's terribly important. But for me, it's this sense of human right. Now, of course, human rights is a very checkered term. It's difficult. Sometimes it's so complex and confusing. I don't pretend I understand all of it. But there is a basic strand that cuts through all the sense of what we do in our multicultural sense about human rights. It is the basic, fundamental human dignity of the human person. And it is this crucible of difference where we find ourselves, that we refresh ourselves, understand what we need to do, and recommit ourselves to find that future. I think it's terribly important that we do that we begin to see each other for who we are, away from our cultural baggages and all the things that we carry with us. The very basic element of what we do, we all basically an individual with basic human rights, and this is terribly important. I think the catch cry is not, I'm a person of color, I'm a human being, deserving of the respect as a human individual. Perhaps, and I'm closing with that because I know it's going to be 20 minutes if I keep talking, it's that sense that if perhaps in this very difficult moments, where we find it so difficult to see through the faults of conflict, pain, suffering, that perhaps we can see each other for who we are as a basic human person with human dignity, and try to meet each other and meet them and every one of them at where they are and not where we are. Perhaps it offers us a lesson to be able to move forward and find a more peaceful outcome. Thank you.